walk through with her attitude. Gucci on her neck, I can't be mad at you.
Yo guys, what's going on? In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can sell a full MC business in a populated public lobby. The reason why you'd want to do this is so that you can make the most out of your MC sale, as you do get a high demand bonus. This is where, for every one player in your lobby, upon completing the sale, you'll get a 1% bonus for everyone in the lobby. So say there's like 25 people in your lobby, you'll probably get a 25% bonus of the original sale, and if it's full stock, you will get loads of money for this. So let's jump straight into it. First of all guys, make sure that you're in a full public lobby or in a lobby with around like 20 people. As you can see, I'm in a lobby with 27 people. After you guys get in a good public lobby, you want to make sure that you own the Oppressor Mark 1 or the Mark 2. This is just in case we have more than one delivery vehicle, which is very likely to happen because it's a full stock. And if we have an Oppressor Mark 1 or the Mark 2, it's going to save us a huge chunk of time getting back to the delivery vehicles. If you guys don't own the Oppressor Mark 1 or 2, but you have the majority of the businesses, I recommend buying 1 bar of supplies for around 75k, and then when that 1 bar of supplies generates into the stock, sell that in a populated lobby, and keep doing that until you can afford the Oppressor Mark 1 or the 2. I prefer using the Mark 2 as it is probably faster and stays at the same top speed. I'm going to be starting off by selling my weed business, which is pretty much full, so we're just going to head straight inside our weed business now. Make sure that your Mark 2 is already called out from your mechanic or your terabyte. Once you're inside the business, you just want to come over to the laptop. As soon as you press right on the D-pad on the laptop, the game will register you as an MC president. Now before you sell, you want to buy another 75k worth of supplies, as this bar of supplies will get delivered while you're doing the delivery, or around the time when you finish the delivery. Once you've bought supplies, you just want to press sell, and you want to sell it to the highest amount. After you guys have pressed sell, you're going to spawn outside. This is where you're going to see what type of delivery you've got. I got very lucky with this weed one, as to just have the one truck, although personally I think this is probably one of the harder ones, because I've done this one before, and pretty much you get in the truck, you start driving, and then you get really high, and then the game makes you like swerve and everything, and it's quite hard to avoid cars. Not only that, but you do get the cops on you, so it is sort of difficult to lose them as well. If you guys end up getting the post-op vans, I recommend pressing the pause button, going over to the online tab, and then going all the way down to find new session. As soon as you guys do this, and you load into a new session, you'll only lose around like 5% of your stock, or I think it's around 50k or 20k, which isn't bad at all considering you would have been doing a post-op mission with like 3 post-ops, which definitely isn't possible. If you guys do in fact get 2 post-op missions, it is doable, but you literally have to be so fast at it, and you have to really put the effort in. And on top of that, we're in a lobby with almost 30 players, so I would honestly, I wouldn't suggest doing a post-op at all. Rockstar need to remove them, they really do. One tip I can give you guys is that you literally just want to keep checking the mini-map in the bottom left hand corner of the screen. You can make that a little bit bigger by pressing down on the D-pad twice. This is going to give you a good understanding of where players are at, and you'll also be able to see players who are quite close to you. I recommend before setting off in the delivery vehicle, like, you check your map. It's almost like researching where everyone is and the type of vehicles being used by other players online. For example, I do notice a couple of oppressors in this lobby, so I'm just going to keep an eye out on the bottom left hand corner of the screen with the minimap expanded when heading into the city to make my sale. Also guys, remember that you can't use off the radar from Leicester with these missions. It's only just going to hide you off the map, so all the other players online in the lobby are still going to see your cargo, they just won't see you, which will probably make you more of a target, as it'll just look like cargo being unattended. So now guys, we're nearly in the city. At this point I'm going to check my minimap just to have a better idea of where players are at. I do actually notice an Oppressor Mark 2 right near the casino, so I am just looking out for that, sort of just waiting to see what his intentions are. Lucky enough, he gets off his Oppressor Mark 2 and then heads straight into the casino, so now I'm just going to keep continuing, while still being cautious about the minimap and seeing if any players are actually near me. Literally about a minute after that, I check my minimap once again, and I see 3 players. One's in an Oppressor Mark 2, one's in a jet, and one's in a cooler. So obviously I'm just thinking I'm going to get absolutely violated here. So what you want to do if somebody is coming after you, or you don't know what someone's going to do, just hop out the delivery vehicle so no one can lock onto it, and then pull out a weapon and just be ready for them, as you never know what's going to happen. Luckily for me, all 3 of these players just went straight over me, although I think the Akula shot like 1 rocket near me, but never actually came after me or anything, so it was all good. After I set off again, I just kept looking behind myself whilst in the delivery vehicle, just in case that Akula was actually like off the radar or something, and he just popped out behind me. Another tip for you guys is that if someone is actually hunting you down and you don't want to deal with them, or you just can't handle them because they're on an oppressor or something, you just want to do exactly the same thing as we do with the post ops. If we got post ops, just press the pause button, go to online, and then find a new session. Yeah, you're going to lose some stock, but you would definitely rather lose a little bit of stock than literally all of it. But I'm pretty sure you have to do that quite fast if you want to leave the game fast. I think I've done it before where some of my product was destroyed, and I quickly pressed pause, went to online, and then found a new session really fast. That seemed to work as well, I think, but I'd be more safe, especially selling in these type of lobbies. If anything, I should have probably left under that bridge when them 3 players came after me, just to ensure that I'd actually got the sale in, but lucky enough it all turned out well. Now we're just going to keep carrying on, eventually lose the cops and make it to the buyers, whilst every now and again checking our minimap, just to be sure no one's actually coming for us still. And as you can see guys, we made a massive bonus there, around about a 40k bonus. As remember, back at the start of the video we were going to sell this for 230k, or around about that much, and we made a nice 270 something k. I'm now going to show you one more example on how to sell the full stock. I'm going to be selling the cocaine, as it's the highest profit MC business, just to show you guys that you can actually do this with any of them. So now we're at the cocaine business, we just want to do the same as we did before and come up to the computer in the cocaine business. As you can see, I don't have full product, but it's like 1 bar away or half a bar away from being full. So before we go ahead and sell, you just want to buy supplies again for 75k and then go ahead and sell. As you guys can see, we've got 3 planes on this one, in a lobby with about 18 people. This is going to take a lot of time to sell, and this is why the Oppressor Mark II or the Mark 1 comes in very handy for us, as once we've used 1 delivery vehicle to deliver 5 drops, we can then just call in our Mark 1 or Mark 2 Oppressor from the interaction menu and then travel straight back to the other delivery vehicles. So once we get to the plane, we're just going to jump in and hold the accelerator button to actually start the engine first. After that we're going to bring up our map and have a look where the drops are, whilst also looking for any oppressors or anything else a bit toxic in the lobby, just so we have a general idea of where to avoid on the map. And now we're just going to fly over there to the first drop off. This might be a bit obvious to you guys, but go to the closest drop off location near you and then just work your way around to the other ones. Normally they're in like a line or something, sometimes they're really spaced out as well. So now we're just coming into the first drop off location, and if you have a similar sell mission to mine, or with like 3 buzzards or something, or just any delivery vehicles where it's more than 1 delivery vehicle, then every now and then when you're delivering 1 vehicle, just keep checking your map and looking back at the other vehicles, just to make sure that nobody's actually go over there griefing them. If you look at the bottom right hand corner, you'll see deliveries made, and it says 0 out of 15. If somebody destroys 1 delivery vehicle, then that will go down to 10, because there's 5 products per delivery vehicle. So if it says deliveries made 15, it means you've got 3 delivery vehicles to make. If it says 10, then you have 2, and then 5 being obviously 1, so just keep an eye out for that as well. So now we're at the last delivery of this first vehicle, and after we've made the delivery, we're going to fly the helicopter nearer to land, and then we're just going to jump out of it and then parachute back down to the ground. The reason we're doing this is so that we can call in our Oppressor Mark 1 or 2, because it's going to be a lot more efficient than flying the plane all the way back to the other planes. We end up getting there in about 1.5 minutes, I think, maybe 2 minutes, whereas if we were flying the plane all the way back, it would have probably took us around 5 minutes to 4 minutes, so it's definitely going to take some time off. As you can see, we just call in our Oppressor Mark II, and then we start heading back to the other delivery vehicles. We do pick up a 1-star or 2-star wanted level. You can either call Leicester to call this off you, but if you know exactly where you're going, which is back to the delivery vehicles, and you know where they are on the map, then you can just keep going in that direction, and then the cops will eventually go anywhere. So once you get back to the delivery vehicle, we just want to rinse and repeat the same steps as before. You want to get in, hold the accelerator button for about a second so that your propeller starts spinning, and then just check the map again, as the drops are going to be different this time and in different locations. They will be in similar locations though. On the way to the first drop, I do notice someone in an Oppressor Mark II. It looks like he was heading straight over here, so I tried to fly near this mountain. Luckily he went straight past me, but I checked his level to see what level he was, and he was like level 50 something, so I already had an idea that he was definitely going to blow up my cargo. I knew if he was like a level 100 and something, he might have not gone over there to destroy it, but the lower level players will see that pop up with enemy cargo on the map or something, and then just go and destroy it anyway. If this was still my first delivery vehicle and somebody was already at my other 2 vehicles, then I would have pressed pause, gone to the online tab, and then found a new session, because if this guy blew up 2 of my vehicles, then I would have lost a lot more stock than I would have, so it would have been more beneficial to actually just find a new session and lose like 5% of your stock, I think it is. But because it's my second, I just kept going along with it. We're now at the final drop off for the second plane. If you look at the bottom right hand corner of the screen, it says deliveries made 9 out of 10. The reason it says 10 now is because that other guy actually griefed my cargo, but as soon as we deliver this, you'll see we get the high demand bonus for being in this lobby and selling, and we still get around 3 340k, which isn't bad at all considering that other guy blew up our cargo. On the computer before we sold, this cargo was going to sell for 370k I think, so we did lose a little bit, but we still managed to sell it, which is ideal, and it's 340k we didn't have before. After thinking long and hard about it, I decided that I'm not going to let this low level mug me off like that, so I got my cooler out my hangar and put it in stealth mode and wait outside his bunker. Unfortunately for him, he decides to do a sell mission, so I thought I'd get a nice little bit of payback and teach him a lesson. But that's going to wrap it up for this video guys. I hope this helped some of you out. If it did, be sure to leave a like, as it shows your support for the video. Also comment down below on what video you would like to see next, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon to stay up to date with more GTA online content. I have playlists linked down below to other tutorials you might like, but finally guys, thanks for watching.